Hello everyone, this is your host Mr. Top 10, and welcome back to another episode. There are a lot of banned weapons in the history of warfare. There are a lot of reasons for banning some type of weapons, but the fundamental reason is to give the soldier a humane and painless death. Some of the weapons were so brutal that even the users were affected by the weapon. In this video, we will talk about 10 banned weapons in the history of warfare. But before we move on, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Number 10. Mustard gas. The terror of the trenches in World War I. Mustard gas gets its name from its yellow-brown color and its odor, which is apparently similar to horseradish. Because it's heavier than air, mustard gas proved particularly effective in clearing the trenches, and was almost single-handedly responsible for the 1928 Geneva Conventions. When inhaled, the gas causes the lungs to fill with fluid, essentially drowning the victim in their own fluids. If they were hit with a bomb filled with mustard gas or dosed from the air, soldiers were told to pee into their handkerchiefs and breathe through those until they could escape or the gas dissipated. Number 9. Nerve gas. Nerve gases of all kinds have been systematically outlawed by both The Hague and Geneva from 1899 all the way up to 1993. All nerve agents like sarin, VX, tabun, and soman work in the same basic way, by blocking the enzyme that normally destroys a very important neurotransmitter. Basically, nerve agents cause your entire nervous system to malfunction, like an electrical system full of short circuits. Death generally comes as a result of a shutdown of the respiratory system, but not before painful blisters, boils, and internal hemorrhaging occur. Number 8. Phosgene gas. While mustard gas might have gotten all the press, phosgene gas was actually responsible for about 85% of all chemical weapon deaths in World War I. Simple and cheap to produce in large quantities, phosgene damages the proteins in lungs, causing them to break down, meaning the lungs stop exchanging oxygen. It's a particularly insidious gas, since it's colorless, almost odorless, and symptoms can take a long time to show up. Japan continued to use phosgene well into World War II on at least 375 separate occasions, generally against the Chinese. Number 7. Plastic landmines. They're no more dangerous than metal landmines, but their composition makes them harder to detect not just during war, but afterwards in times of peace. Further, the plastic pieces can't be x-rayed as well by doctors, making injuries from them harder to treat. Number 6. Spikes. These entered the popular consciousness during the Vietnam War, but have been around for centuries. Those planting them in the ground would also smear them with fecal matter to cause toxic shock to the victims. Particularly savage, even without that last touch. Number 5. Bioweapons. This covers a lot of stuff, but basically, you can't use diseases as weapons. This practice actually stems back to the days of the Mongols, in which they could catapult rotting, diseased carcasses over the walls to kill their enemies. Number 4. Flamethrowers. There's a qualification here. Flamethrowers are allowed in open battlefields, but are summarily banned from being used in civilian areas due to their propensity for damage and inability to be properly aimed. Number 3. Napalm. Similarly, napalm, a burning agent used to clear out vast expanses, can't be used in forests or anywhere near civilians, which effectively limits its applications since Vietnam. Number 2. Blinding lasers. To be clear, lasers are only banned when they are capable of causing permanent blindness in their targets. Laser pointers that just burn your eyes temporarily? Fair game, remarkably. Number 1. Non-self-destructing landmines. Even in 2013, 111 Cambodian citizens detonated landmines that had been in the ground, armed, for over 40 years. Because of the residual threat these cause, since 1980, they must be equipped with a timer to render themselves harmless. Want more top 10 videos? Click subscribe and check out our other videos on screen now.